Hello, fourth graders. Today we have an exciting math lesson planned. Our lesson today is about understanding and using numbers up to 10 thousands. Our big questions for today are: how can we represent numbers in different ways, and why are numbers so important in our everyday life? We will start with an introduction where we will be remembering some key concepts. Then we will learn how to represent whole numbers in different ways. Next, we will explore how to decompose numbers using place value or break them down into smaller parts to better understand them. And finally, we are going to describe ways numbers are used in our everyday life. Let's try to remember some key concepts. Here we have the number 7,426. Each number is made out of digits. Each digit corresponds to a place value. For example, in the number 7,426, the digit 7 represents the number of thousands we have in this number. The digit 4 represents the number of hundreds we have. The digit 2 represents the number of tens we have. And the number 6 represents the number of ones we have in this number. What are base 10 blocks? Base 10 blocks are math manipulatives. They come in 4 units: the cube, also known as the thousands block; the flat, also known as the hundreds block; the rod, also known as the tens block; and the unit, also known as the ones block. Let's talk about each one separately. The unit block. It is represented by a single cube. It represents the digit in the ones place. The number of unit blocks shows how many ones are in a number. The 10 block. It is made of 10 unit blocks. It is represented by a rod. That's why it is also called a rod block. 10 blocks are used to show how many tens are in a number. The 100 block. It is also called a flat block. It is made of 10 rods arranged in a square. 100 blocks are used to show how many hundreds are in a number. Finally, the 1000 block. It is represented by a cube. It is the base 10 block with the largest value. It is made of 10 flats or 10 hundred blocks. The place value chart. It is a useful tool that helps students understand the value of each digit in a number based on its position. It is beneficial because it provides a visual representation and it helps students read and write numbers. Let's start by our lesson for today, which is representing whole numbers up to 10,000 in different ways. There are several ways to represent numbers. We can represent them in words. We can represent them as numerals. We can represent them in expanded form, and we can represent them using base 10 blocks. Let's start with representing numbers in words. Numbers can be represented using words instead of just digits. Example, for the number 2,486, this is the way it's represented in word form. However, there are some rules to follow when writing numbers in word form. From numbers 1 to 20, write numbers as single words. Example 18 is written 18. Here is a chart to help you write your numbers from 1 to 20. For numbers 21 to 99, tens and ones places should be separated by a hyphen. Example 57 is 50-7. And here is another chart to help you write numbers from 21 to 99 correctly. For writing hundreds, write the number of hundreds followed by the word hundred. Example, 200 is 200. For writing the numbers of 10 and ones, follow the rules on the previous slides. And here is another chart to help you write your hundreds words. For writing thousands, You write the number of thousands followed by the word thousand. Example, 5,000 is 5,000. For writing the number of hundreds, tens, and ones, follow the rules on the previous slides. Now let's practice. For the number 3,629, this is how it's written in word form. 3,629 without forgetting the hyphen between the tens and the ones. For the number 9,015, you can notice that we don't have hundreds, so we directly write 9,015. Now it's your turn. Here's the first example. And here is the other example. Try it out. If you need more practice writing your numbers in words, click on this link. Now let's move to representing numbers in standard form. Numbers can be written using digits. For example, 2,486 is written in standard form. Let's practice. We have this number written in word form, 5,382. Let's write it in standard form, 5,382. Now it's your turn. Try it out. And here is another example. For more practice, click on this link. Now let's move to representing numbers using base 10 blocks. We can represent numbers using base 10 blocks. Using a place value chart with base 10 blocks provides an organized way to arrange and visualize the digits of a number. Let's try an example. We have 1,239 and we have our place value chart. Let's start filling our place value chart. We have 1,000, which is represented by 1 cube. We have 200s, which can be modeled by 2 flats. We have 3 tens, which can be modeled by 3 rods, and 9 ones, which can be represented by 9 cubes, 9 unit cubes. So this is how we represent 1,239 using base 10 blocks. Let's try another example. We have now 2,042. So 2,000 are 2 cubes. We don't have hundreds, so we keep it empty. We have 4 tens, which are 4 rods, and we have 2 ones, which are 2 units. And this is the way we model 2,042 using base 10 blocks. Now it's your turn. Here's the first example. And here is the second example. For more practice, click on this link. Now let's move to representing numbers in expanded form. Expanded form is a way to express a number as the sum of the place values of its digits. In the expanded form, we break up a number according to the place value of digits and expand it to show the value of each digit. It is useful to use a place value chart when writing numbers in expanded form for many reasons. It provides a visual representation of each digit position in a number, and it helps us correctly break down a number into its expanded form. Let's try an example, 2,857. We have 2,000s. We should replace it with its value, which is 2,000s. Then add the hundreds. We have 800s, so we replace it with its value, which is 800. Then we have 5 tens. We add the 5 tens, which is 50. And finally, we have 7 ones, so we add 7. So the expanded form of 2,857 is 2,000s plus 800 plus 50 plus 7. Let's try another example, 5,078. We have 5,000s, we replace them with its value, which is 5,000s. We have 0 hundreds. We can write it 0, or we can just leave it empty. We have 7 tens, we replace it with its value, and we add 70. Then we have 8 ones, which is 8. So the expanded form of 5,078 is 5,000 plus 70 plus 8. For more practice about expanded form, click on this link. Now let's move to decomposing numbers using place value. Decomposing numbers allows us to show the same amount in different ways. By decomposing numbers in different ways, we can see the flexibility of place value and understand numbers better. Think of it as breaking money into smaller bills. Let's try an example with money. We have an amount which is $265. Let's see how we are going to decompose it. First, I can represent it by $200 bills, one $50 bill, one $10 bill, and one $5 bill. This gives me the sum of $265. Let's see how we can decompose it. I keep my $100 bill. Then for the second 100 bill, I want to decompose it into two 50s. Then I leave the rest of the bills as is. So I keep my 50, my 10, and my 5, and I will still get the 265. Let's decompose it in another way. This time I'm keeping my 100. I'm joining my 50s, my two 50s into 100. Then this time I'm going to decompose my 60 into three 20s. And then I keep the 5, and again I have the sum of 265. So this here shows me that I can decompose a number into three different ways. We can move value from one place to another as long as the total value stays the same. Let's try with another example using whole numbers. Let's decompose 2,325 into different ways. We have two cubes, three flats or 300s, two tens or two rods, and 5 units or 5 ones. And this is how we write it in using place value. It's 2,000s plus 300s plus 2 plus 5 ones. Let's see how we can decompose it in another way. We have the two cubes. This time I'm going to use only two flats and decompose one flat into rods. So now I have 12 rods and 5 units, which leaves me with 2,000s plus 200s plus 12 tens plus 5 ones. I decomposed my 100 into 10 tens, so now I have 12 tens. Let's see a third way. Again, I have two cubes, 2,000s. I have my three flats, I keep them as is, but this time I'm replacing my 110, I'm decomposing it into 10 units, which leaves me with 15 units. So I have now 2,000s plus 300s plus 110 plus 15 ones. So as you can see, we can decompose a number into different ways. For more practice on decomposing numbers, click on this link. Now check your understanding. Now we are going to describe ways numbers are used in everyday life. Numbers play a crucial role in our everyday lives. From the moment we wake up, numbers help us keep track of time, ensuring we follow our schedules and routines. In the kitchen, numbers guide us in measuring ingredients accurately, helping us create delicious meals. When shopping, we rely on numbers to manage our budgets, compare prices, and ensure we get the best deals. Numbers are also essential in schools, where they help us learn, solve problems, and understand the world around us. Even in entertainment, numbers are used in scores, statistics, and game rules. Whether we are telling time, cooking, shopping, learning, or playing, numbers are an integral part of our daily activities, making our lives organized, efficient, and enjoyable. Thank you so much. See you in class.